Hello guys and welcome back. In this video, we are going to be recreating a very cool design. Okay, now this is a line art poster design I did a couple of years back for a client. I actually did 50 of them. Okay, and we're going to recreate one of them. So just come here to file and place and just drag or select the the line art poster, the skull poster. Can drag it out. Now, this is what we're going to be creating, right? And this was achieved using the blend function in Adobe Illustrator. Remember, we spoke about the blend option in some couple of videos back. So this is what I used to create this design, and I actually created it from a real skull image, but unfortunately I do not have that image, so we're just going to create it from this image we have here. So while selecting our file, our design, just drag it out to the middle of our dashboard, sorry, of our artboard, maybe resize it a bit. Okay, so as to serve as our template, right? And the next thing will be to create a new layer. Select this layer and just reduce the select the guy here. Instead of the layer, select the object and just reduce the opacity like this, maybe 56%, and then lock the layer so we can comfortably draw over it, right? And now selecting our second layer, come to file and come to your pen tool and just start to draw out your shape like this. Select, so click, and then holding down shift, I'm just going to click here so as to achieve a straight line, right? So remove your stroke, remove your fill color, and then for the stroke I want to give it a stroke of 0.5 for now, and then continue my drawing. So I'm just treating out the outer shape of my skull design here using the pen tool. So I'm just drawing out my skull shape, okay, following it up, and I'm just going to first in the video, and we'll come back after I am done drawing out the outline. So guys, this is what I have so far. I have the outline drawn out so far, even though I have this little detail here. Okay, so the next thing I'm going to do is to try to create details. Okay, try to create details that maybe draw out this line like this, then draw out this line like this, and bring out the eyes and the nose and some vital details. Okay, so I'm just going to do that quickly and come back after I'm done. So I have my detailing done, and when I just hide the layer, you're going to see how I have everything done. Okay, so that yours should look like this. So I have the eyes, the left eye, I have the nose, and I have this part, I have the overall head like this, I have all the parts just lined out like this. Okay, now I want to also create a duplicate of the sketch, right? So I have a backup. So just select everything and hold down Alt and drag it to the left hand side. Now I'm going to bring back our layer. Okay, and now the first thing I have to do is I have to understand the blending I'm going to do. Okay, I'm going to blend this with this, I'm going to blend this with this, I'm going to blend this with this with this, and so on and so forth. And you're going to see how we're going to do all this in a minute. Okay, so I want to also use this opportunity to share with you one tool. Okay, one final tool. And where is it? Where is the scissors tool? It's just under the eraser tool. So just hold down the eraser tool. Okay, and now you see the scissors tool. So we're going to use the scissors tool in this project. Now, what does it do? Let me just explain to you what the scissors tool does. So let's assume we have a line like this, and we want to cut our line here. We can make use of the scissors tool to do that. So select the scissors tool and just come to your line and click. Now we can see that the scissors tool now divides our line into two different parts, right? So that's the importance of the scissors tool, and we're going to now use the scissors tool to achieve some cuts, some important cuts in this project. So the first thing we want to cut is this edge at this point. So select the scissors tool and cut here. Okay. And then your selection tool, go back to your selection tool and select the main shape again. And I want to create another cut at this point, right? So select your scissors tool and create another cut here. Then the next thing is we want to blend this guy with this guy. So select the both of them, go to your objects, go to blend and go to blend options. Then from smooth color, select specific steps. And then let's try 50 and see. Now objects, blend and make. And when we just hide this one, we can see that 50 is a bit too much. Okay, it's a bit too much, so we're going to undo. And then while selecting them, go to blend again and options, and let's change this to 30. Okay, and objects, blend and make. Okay, so I like 30. I like 30. And just select your direct selection tool. And I think we can try to make some adjustments here because we are having this kind of sharp look here, which I don't like. Maybe this could help. So just drag it down like this. Okay. I think I'll just leave it like this. I'm just going to leave it this way. Okay, so enable our layer. And for me, I think I'll just off this layer, okay? So as to see what I'm doing properly. For this guy, I'm going to Control C, Control F, and just resize it like this. Resize it like this. Okay, like this. And then give it a fill color. So swap the stroke with the fill. And then select this guy here, this guy here. And we want to actually blend them, but we want this one to actually reach the ground. So let's continue our shape to the ground. Let's just bring it here and then use our anchor point selection tool and kind of fit it here perfectly. So let's select the guy here and select the guy here and just go to objects, blend, then make. This is what we have, right? Let's undo and just make the steps 45. Okay, make. I'm going to work with 45. Now, the next thing I want us to do is I want us to crop out this unwanted, to cut out this unwanted ones here. But first of all, I'm going to select this guy, go to my direct selection tool and try to fit it on the line more perfectly, right? And do same with this one. Good. Now, maybe for this one, I'm going to just create a curve like this, and it's creating a new problem here. I'll just try to fix it. If it doesn't work, we're just going to go back to the way it is or it was and just work with it like this, right? So select this guy and go to properties, and instead of properties, let's just go to objects and expand. Okay, and okay. Now we can see that it then turns all our lines into real lines, right? And we want to do the same with these ones here. So file, objects, and expand. Perfect. Now we want to just bring this guy out a bit like this, okay? And then we want to select this one and then come and select the line, this other line here for the nose, which we duplicated. And let's just go to our shape builder tool, and then holding down Alt, we just kind of, let's try dragging out to delete, but it's not working well because it's deleting with the mean line. That's not what we want. So we're just going to select them individually. You see, this is something that will take time, but if achieved, it's going to look nice, right? So as you can see, after creating some space, I can now just, instead of using Alt, using the minus, I can just drag it like this. Okay, so it's going to make everything white, right? So just like this. Remember the other time we were doing Alt, and that's why we were having this subtraction here. Okay, so we're just going to do plus, and yeah. So far so good. We are making progress. Now we can bring back our black shape if we want. Yeah, and we do want. So let's bring back our black shape. Okay. Maybe resize it a bit. Okay. And then we now work on this one. So select your shapes. Select this guy here. And maybe we want to just ungroup this one, so we can just select this very one without having to select every other part of the group, right? So select this line and select these ones, and go into your shape builder tool and holding down Alt, you can now drag, and as you can see, it's now cutting the lines from here, right? So hold down Alt and drag, Alt and drag, and Alt and drag, and keep dragging like this. So as you can see, we now have it looking nice here. Now the next place will be blending this line and this line. Okay, this line from here to here and this line. Okay, so what do? We need this single line. We need this single line. So one thing we can do is we can just ungroup the whole thing and select the line and Control C, Control F. Okay, and then what then we need to do is to just isolate it so we can cut it at the right point we need. All right, so right click and isolate selected path. So now we can see it's in isolation mode. So select your scissors tool and then just cut it around here. Then come here and cut this guy also around here. Now selecting this tool, select your unneeded shapes, just delete them. Okay, so we now have this guy and this guy. Okay, the next thing now is to just let's just duplicate this one. Okay, Control C, Control F. We don't need to duplicate it, but let's just duplicate it in case of in case it is. So isolate the path also, and then use the scissors tool and cut it from here and delete the unneeded part. And for this guy, let's just cut it using the scissors tool. Now the shortcut for the scissors tool is C. Okay, so when you hit C on your keyboard, you're going to have the scissors tool. So just select the scissors tool and come and cut it here. Okay, and then select the redundant or unneeded path and just delete it. Okay, perfect. Now select this guy, select this guy, go to your blend, and let's hit make and see what we have here. So I will go with this. I like this. I'm going to go with it. So what next do? We just have to expand our blend and then select this guy here, right? And then go to our shape builder tool and kind of minus this unneeded parts like this. Okay, now we have this part, right? And I like what we have so far. The next one I would like us to handle is this part here. So just come and try to make this fit better like this. Yeah, I like it like this. Then for this guy, we're going to duplicate this guy and also this guy. So let's just, you know what, let's select the both of them and then Control C, Control F. Okay, that's to duplicate them, and then right click and group them. So when we group them, we will now be able to isolate them as a group. Okay, we will now be able to isolate them as a group. So what then do? We use our scissors tool, cut this guy here, cut it here, and delete the unneeded parts. And then for this other one, cut it around here. Okay, and delete the unneeded parts for this guy, cut it around here, delete the unneeded parts, and yep, I think we're done. You know what, okay, let me just blend, and I think we'll encounter a little problem here, not a big problem though. Okay, so yeah, so let's just blend. So select the both of them and then make, and we can see that it's too much, but this is the problem I was envisaging. Now we can see that it's not reaching the top, right? It didn't reach the top, so we can actually cut it. So what we can do instead is just drag this one like this. So that's what I wanted to do, but I wanted to see the problem first before doing it. So we need to release our blend and redo it, but this time with fewer points, right? So let's hit 20 and make, and yeah, now it looks better. So expand. Sorry, we are in isolation mode, so let's just go out of isolation mode by hitting escape and then selecting our blend. Now just come to objects and expand, then select this guy here and then select your shape builder tool, just delete the unneeded parts like this. Perfect. Now the next thing we need to do is let me just check what we have in here. So I'm just checking how I came about with this. So what I did is I blended this guy with this guy like this. Okay, I blended this guy with this guy like this. So that's what we're gonna do now. So just hide the layer, and now we have this guy, right? Perfect. Now we need one coming like this. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to select this guy and go to isolation mode so I can create another one. Okay, so I can create another one. So I'm just going to follow this line here. Let's follow the line. Okay. And we still need to draw it to a certain point. Maybe till this point like this. And then maybe even extend this guy. Extend this guy. Like this. Okay, maybe just extend this one also to meet this point. Good. Sorry, delete it and make sure it's joined with that one. Good. Now what we need to do is select this guy and this guy, go to blend and make, but of course we need more points, right? So undo and go to blend and blend options. Let's make this 50 and see. So select the both of them and make. Okay. So 50, I want to make it even more. I want to make it even more. Okay. So I'm just going to release them and make them and make it 60. Okay. So blend and make 60. So I'm going to work with 60. So hitting escape, I've come out of my isolation mode. So select this guy and Control C, Control F, and kind of just reduce the size like this. Okay, let's just see what we have. So we must not reduce the size, or we can still reduce the size. Yeah, let's just reduce the size and give it a black fill rather. Black fill, and just shift it away from the point. Now I'm selecting the main guy here. We'll just go to object and expand. So hit OK and then just select the group and select the guy inside and go to your shape builder tool, hold down Alt and delete 1, 2 first, and then just drag it like this. Drag it like this. Drag it like this. And yeah, I like what we have so far. And I think we should trim these ones that just came out. Okay, we should just trim them. Okay, that's with this line. Okay, so select the line and select them, and then go to go to your shape builder tool, hold down Alt and just drag them out like this. Good. Perfect. Now we can now drag our eye socket to its point. And yeah, I like what we have so far. Making progress. Now the next one is this eye. The next and last one is this eye. Alright. So first of all, I'm going to just Control C, Control F, and reduce the size like this, like we did here, and swap the colors. That's the fill and stroke colors, right? And then let me just peep the original to see how I did it. I basically did it the same way I did this one. Okay, so what next do we need? We need this line here. So Control C and Control F, and then isolate. And we then need to extend the line to this point. Okay, select this guy, just drag it out like this. Okay, now we need another point, or we need another line rather, from here to this point, okay, to cover this other part. So just use your pen tool and manually draw out the point, or the line rather. I'm going to extend this one also. Okay, and then select the both of them, objects, blend, and make. Perfect. Hit escape. Now we can select this guy, just expand. Okay, and then now select the whole of them. That's the whole group, and select the guy inside, this one inside. Go to your shape builder tool, holding down Alt, delete, delete, and then drag out like this. Drag out. Perfect. I like what we have. We have made progress so far. And as you can see with this, we have basically redrawn our advanced skull line art, right? We call it advanced because it's not the normal blend. So the last things left are this, what I call them, tentacles, or just this line structures, right? So these are just the last things left. And to draw them, we will just use our pen tool and maybe create a new layer and just lock this layer, maybe lock this layer also. Okay, the main layer we drew on. Okay, we're just going to lock it and create a new layer and lock all the whole layers and hide the main layer we worked on so we can see what we're doing, right? Select your pen tool, select your new layer, just kind of draw them out like this. So it mustn't be the way they are in our image here. Okay, and maybe we can do a little bit of tweaking. Okay, and then go to the next one. With your pen tool, draw out the shape like this. I'm just going to do it like this. Okay, so I can use the anchor point to create the curve. You select the anchor point and just drag it out like this. Same here, same here. Okay, perfect. Go back to your pencil. And guys, I feel I should just take my time and do this so as to not make the video too long. Okay, since this part is the last part and it's not the advanced part. The advanced part has been done with. So this is just about you drawing lines, right? So I'm just going to fast forward the video and take my time and just draw all of them. And when I get back, I'll be done. So just take your time and draw all of them too. And we'll see at the end of the drawing. So I'm done with the drawings, and as you can observe, some of them were just duplicated and rotated and just fitted in a different way. Okay, like this guy was just reflected and I had this guy. This guy was reflected and I had, I think, this one, okay, and rotated. So I just did all this so as to save time. Now that you get the point, the next thing left is to, okay, I need to unlock this layer. So now the next thing that is left is to now kind of cut out the unwanted parts to create what is needed. Okay, to create what is needed. Let me just enable our image for you to see what we are working towards. Now what we need to do is to just cut out the parts and so as to create this clean feel, right? Now I'm just going to select all our parts like this, all our drawings, and go to the shape builder tool, and then use maybe alt to kind of just cut out some of them like this, and then use my plus to just add the whites together. Good. And maybe for this one, I'll just use Alt to cut out the points. And yeah, same for this guy. I'm going to add them like this. And this one's here. Okay, now I can also just add everything up like this. Okay, and up to these points. And finally, this guy, we can just delete or subtract it. And we have our first shape perfectly drawn out. Right now, we're going to do the same thing with all the others. And I'm going to just fast forward this. Okay, because of course you can definitely do this, right? So I'm just going to fast forward and come back when I am fully done. So at this point, I am done with all my shapes and I am done with my drawing. I like what I have here, and yeah, should shape or resize rather our artboard to fit the drawing better. And yeah, this is what we have now. Yeah, so guys, basically you've seen how we were able to create this from scratch, from beginning to this point. It's all about blending. Okay, so this can be called advanced blending because we are using blending to actually create an image. Okay, but it all boils down to the basic principles of blending which you've learned. And with this, we've come to the end of this lecture. And yeah, see you in the next one. And this is actually the last lecture for the course. So see you in the next video. Bye-bye.